Good afternoon. My name is MelissaGolpl, and I am with the 2016 Partners in Policymaking class. Today I'm providing testimony to the State Rehab Council, New York State Rehabilitation Council. This is a body that oversees all vocational and educational rehabilitation services. One of the entities that has representation on this board is someone from the New York State Education Department Adult Career and Continuing Education Services Vocational Rehabilitation Office. My issue today is not only advocating for myself, but for any other individuals with disabilities across the state who may need to use this service. And my issue today is talking about the application process. Good afternoon, esteemed members of the New York State Rehabilitation Council and members of the audience. I thank you for the opportunity to provide public comment on current vocational rehabilitation services in New York State. My name is MelissaGolpl, and my hope in presenting this sensitive issue is that the information I present to you today will contribute to the forward momentum towards improving equal access to persons with disabilities in New York State, especially those who apply for and receive benefit from adult vocational rehabilitation services. Today, VR services are provided by the Division of New York State Education Department, known as Access VR. I will note that today is December 19th, 2016, and we're 26 years after the passing of the Americans with Disabilities Act and 43 years into Section 504 of the Federal Rehabilitation Act of 1973. The issue I present to you today impacts all individuals who need accessibility in the application process. It may not be widely known that the application that Access VR uses is inaccessible for members of the disability community who have difficulty with writing as part of their disability. I bring this to your attention because I'm a person with a disability that has tried to use this process. And when you go to the application link on the State Education Department website, you will find applications in English and other languages. But when you open the documents, you get a picture of a text document. There are no active areas to use your computer to fill in the information boxes, which are visible for individuals with sight only. When you click on the document to see where to begin typing, the entire document goes blue, and this indicates it's a picture. When you try to save the document as a text document, the corresponding text document is blank because there is no active text the computer can read. This is important because when someone asks for help with this issue, they are then routed back to their district VR office and encouraged to have someone help them by doing it for them. This is okay if you're actually incapable of doing it for yourself, but if you're an adult with the capacity to do it yourself, this can be quite humiliating, time-consuming, and also for people that have transportation barriers, a real issue. I was able to resolve my own individual issue on my own, but many others are not so fortunate. I hope this can be resolved for the rest of New York State citizens, and we can be looked to as a model of success. I realized during the process of research on this document that changes were made to the application to conform to the Rehabilitation Services Administration requirement for reporting, but at the time this was done, it created compliance on one hand and discrimination on the other. We need to be doing better this far after the passage of such monumental legislation that attempts to level the path of accessibility for people with disabilities. Thank you for listening to me and giving me the time for this important matter.